All right, hello everybody. My name is Staff Sergeant Clark. I'm a Army recruiter serving in the greater Las Vegas and Henderson area, and I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about the millennial generation and some of the problems that they're having, and how the military and particularly the Army can help solve a lot of these issues. So while I was on Facebook, I read an article. It was 45 millennials describe what older people will never understand about them. And it was just a lot of issues that the millennials are currently having, out in the workforce once they get out of high school and college. One thing interesting about this article is the article had 1,400 comments or likes on it, right? And then I post on it saying that the military will fix every single problem that they have, and 5 days later, not a single person commented after that. So I find that just a little bit, a little suspicious. I don't know. And before anybody tries to say that I'm attacking the millennial generation or anything like that, I am as well a millennial. I was born in '88, so I'm not attacking the millennials. I'm just pointing out some issues that millennials are having that my generation is having. So here we go. So some of the biggest things that their millennials are complaining about is that student loans. And the fact that you can't work part-time while you're in college to pay off the student loans. An interesting note is a 2016 four-year bachelor's degree recipient has an average of $37,000 in student loan debt. And this is just crazy because I know everybody's aware that the military pays for your college. You know, I have 70 college credits currently. There's a lot of guys here that already have their bachelor's degree, master's degrees even, and they've never paid a single penny for any of it. So I'm not quite sure, why people are not looking towards the military, for their free education. I mean, everybody's known about it for the last 50 years that the military will pay for your education. It's very, very simple, just do 3 years active duty or do 6 years in the reserves and boom, done, free education. You never have to worry about it. If you decide to go, be a career military person on active duty, you don't even have to worry about paying for your spouse's or your children's education. It's going to pay for it as well. So I mean, that's the easiest fix in the world right there. Just join the military, free education, boom, done. One of the other issues they had was companies don't promote from within anymore. You're working at some sort of place for 2 years, and then you get some on-the-job skills, and then you apply for a different company to hire for a higher level position because these companies just won't promote from within anymore. In the military, that's completely the opposite. There's never been a situation in the military where, hey, we need a sergeant or a general or something like that. Hey, let's go over to the Marines or Air Force or another branch and bring them over to our branch. It never works like that. You always promote from within. I came in, as an E1, the lowest rank that they have in the Army, and I've been promoted 5 times now. I'm going to continue to get promoted. So, I mean, if you want a company where you can do 20, 30 years in, you can actually build, a legacy, and you can, you want to get promoted through it and ranks to higher positions, the military is the perfect solution for that. It's a very, very simple fix. Again, military solves that problem, no issues. A lot of people are complaining that they're forced to live with their parents or their friends. So a lot of the millennials now, they're finishing the high school or college, and then they're moving back in with their family until they get married, and then them spouse are trying to move out and be on their own. And it's happening, 25, 30 years old. The military, again, fixes this problem, it's very, very easy. You do in the military, if you're a single soldier, you're doing active duty, and you're of a lower rank, then you're going to live on the base in what is now a small apartment in the Army. You have your own separate bedroom on it. It has a door. It's very, very it's very, very simple. You don't have to pay for rent. You don't have to pay for utilities. You don't have to pay for anything. It's given to you as part of being in the military. And once if you decide to get married or once you achieve a certain rank, then you're given money to go live off base. And you can get a VA home loan after serving in the military. It's zero money down, and it caps your interest. You don't have to worry about that as well. Many soldiers have multiple houses all over this country. Just because they live at somewhere, they buy a house, and then when they get orders to go somewhere else, they rent that house. Now they have property, and they're making more money. So again, military fixes that problem just very, very easily. Companies don't give you pensions anymore. It's very, very hard to retire. Most people think the millennial generation is going to be the oldest working generation because there's just no companies are going to give you that 401k. By serving in the military, if you do 20 years, then you're going to get a check once a month for the rest of your life. I joined at 19 years old. I'm going to retire at 39 years old, and I will never work again because I'm going to get that check once a month, every month for the rest of my life. Doesn't matter how long I live to be. I'm still going to get that money. For any new people that come in, say you were to join the Army today, you're not only going to get that check once a month for the rest of your life. After 20 years, you're also going to get matched in a 401k program. Anybody that's been researching retirement programs, most 401ks, the companies that do offer them still, they max out at 2.5%. That's how much the company will match you. The Army, they're going to match you 5%. So even if you only do 3 years active duty and then you decide to go back to civilian life, you can keep on adding to that 401k for the rest of your life. And it's going to max, and it's going to still match at 5%. So, I mean, you do 3 years, you get the 401k, then you go transfer to some civilian career that you want to after you've already had on-the-job training, after you've already gotten your free education. And now you don't have to worry if that company offers you a pension or retirement program because the Army still has it. You still have the Army's retirement program. So again, military just squashes that one. Health insurance. The average millennial pays $200 a month just for their premium. That doesn't cover any copays or prescriptions or anything like that. And nowadays, with the Affordable Care Act, you're gonna have a $700 fine if you don't have health insurance. So now you have to have health insurance. So again, serving in the military, active duty, you get free health care, not only for you, but for your dependents. So that's your spouse, the children that you eventually have. They're 100% covered. It doesn't matter how often they need to go to the doctor. It doesn't matter what it's for. You don't have to pay for prescriptions. You have no out-of-pocket costs, all right? So, I mean, again, very, very easy. A lot of millennials, they want to travel. That's a big, big thing. And I can completely understand that. For traveling in the military, it's free. When I was stationed in Korea, the Army gave me orders. The Army paid me to move to Korea. They gave me money to travel. They paid me more money to live in Korea. And it's the same thing if you get stationed in Europe or in Germany or something like that. You get paid to move there. You get paid more money to live there. So while other millennials are saving up for 1 to 5 years trying to take a trip, I'm getting paid to live in a foreign country that you want to go and go on vacation to. So, I mean, you can travel all over this country. You can travel into different countries. And you're getting paid to, or it's incredibly, incredibly cheap to travel with Space A travel. And companies don't care. So that's a big thing, that you're just your livestock, you're just cattle moving through a company. They don't care about you. The best thing about the military and the Army in general is because you get paid training. So the day you walk into a recruiting office, the Army is already spending a great deal of money on you. They have an investment in you, so they want to see you succeed. They want to see you to be successful. And so, I mean, that's the easiest thing. If they've already sunk in tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars into you to make you into a competent soldier, then they want to get something out of their investment. So they want to see you succeed. They want to send you to more schools. They want you to get your education so you can continue moving through the ranks. They care about you. They care about your family. They want to make sure that you're happy and you're healthy. So, I mean, again, military, it's just the easiest thing in the world. Minimum wage doesn't pay enough. I absolutely hate this one. People complain that minimum wage doesn't pay for you to live on, and 30, 40 years ago it did. Well, newsflash, it didn't just change overnight. You grew up all the way through elementary, middle, high school, college, knowing that the minimum wage didn't cover enough for you to live comfortably. And now you want to complain that it doesn't. You knew about it ahead of time. You have to plan accordingly. The military, it pays you very well on top of all the additional entitlements, the housing, the clothing allowance, the food allowance, everything that you get for serving in the Army. I've been in for 10 years and I live a very, very comfortable life. I make a very, very good living. So, I mean, again, so that kind of thing that it blows my mind when people complain about those things. That pretty much wraps it up. So these are just the issues that were covered in this article, and the issues in general that a lot of millennials are having. Again, I am a millennial, and I see a lot of my friends, guys that I went to high school with, they're also struggling with this, and I don't suffer from any of this. The Army takes care of every single one of these issues. So if you're out there, you're struggling, maybe perhaps the military is a better solution for you. Again, I'm located in Henderson, Nevada. Our address is 1331 West Warm Springs Road. And you can reach me by my cell. My cell is 702-245-3649. And thank you. I'll talk to you later. Bye.